the perfection of art in my mind is less interesting and cool than art brought into reality with imperfections. So I'm going for it and putting stickers on the cover of my journal despite already being in the middle of a completely different beading project. Because once inspiration struck and I knew how I wanted to decorate the cover of this journal, I did not want to put it off. I actually started this journal in June, so a month of not deciding which stickers in my collection to use had already passed. And truth be told, the reason I hadn't decorated it yet is because I kept trying to figure out how long I'd be using this journal for, and what seasons would happen, and how could I possibly match stickers to the vibe of the seasons and my prediction of what I might experience during this time. So enough thinking and waiting had passed. And during one of these videos is usually when I'd be telling you the story of where I got this sticker from. And it's not that these stickers don't have stories, it's that I wanted to talk about something else, because when I started making these videos of trying to actually use stickers by decorating my journal covers, it has always been about pushing past perfectionism and the anxiety of wrong decisions. For me, it's easy to get caught up in my head questioning and trying to plot the most rightest and bestest plan. Is this really the best use of this sticker? Is exactly how I ended up with an envelope full of really special stickers. But more commonly, this questioning shows up as, is this idea I have even good enough? And do I have the skills to actually execute it how I'm imagining it in my head? And the result of all this time spent thinking about the idea is rarely that I reach the elusive, perfect point of readiness and certainty. Instead, I soak in this in-between limbo that's supposed to be a momentary pit stop before action, getting so pruny in that deliberation that I decide I'm not ready yet, or I forget about it when life moves on, abandoning the idea altogether. There's nothing wrong with having a collection of stickers. There's nothing wrong with having lots and lots of ideas. But it would really be a bummer if all these stickers sat in an envelope and only got looked at every once in a long while. By using them, it feels like they get to become a part of this chapter of my life. And similarly, I know I would regret not following through on more of my artistic ideas and inspirations. I remember in high school reading The Death of Ivan Ilyich, and while I couldn't tell you anything that happens in that book, I can tell you the impact it had on me was illuminating an absolute fear of getting to the end of my life only to realize I'd forgotten to live it, which might seem like an odd fear for a 17-year-old, or hey, maybe that's developmentally totally normal. But it was probably this part of me that recognized the tendency to get pruny in the thinky limbo space that knew to fear living without actually living. And that's why I have to believe